Welcome back to Telltale Books. I'm Greg and I'm going to be starting another classic author series, this time Hal Clement, and talking in this video specifically about his very first published story called Proof. Now, Hal Clement, who his real name was Harry Clement Stubbs, he was born on May 30th, 1922. And so, happy birthday anniversary to Hal Clement. I am posting this video for its first time on May 30th of 2023. So, 101 years. But he's not with us. He died on October 29th, 2003. For his working life, he was mostly a high school physics teacher. So this guy had the science chops from the beginning to really talk about some cool physics. And so he did. Proof was published in John Campbell's Astounding Stories in the June of 1942 issue. Same issue with one of Isaac Asimov's foundation stories called Bridle and Saddle. The story of Proof is pretty simple, but this is just a short story. You have these two beings, because they are not of Earth. They are talking to one another. They're meeting and they're talking to one another. The one being lives in the sun, also known as Sol. The other being comes from the star Sirius. So these beings are mostly made of energy, and they manipulate neutronium, I believe it is, to build structures, build cities. They use it as a power source. It can be found inside of stars. Now, this is 1942. If you want to double check Hal Clement's physics in this story, you'll probably find some inaccuracies, but only because we've advanced a lot since 1942. So, as you can guess, these beings, since they live in stars and they evolved inside stars, they're used to very degraded matter and gases and energy. They're not used to cold solids because those don't exist on a star. So these two different races, they have developed spaceships, very much unlike anything we would develop, but they can travel to other stars, which is how the guy from Sirius gets to our sun. But there was one case where 4 spaceships from our sun were out traveling, and coming back to the sun, all of a sudden one of them encounters a gravitational source that they can't see. None of their instrumentation can measure this object that's producing this force, because it's not radiating anything, and they'd never come across that ever before. And that's because it is not a star, it is a planet, which they know nothing about because they can't see them. Their instruments are made to measure energy and gases, not solids. So they don't know what normal matter is. Okay, I'm not at all doing this story justice. It is a really cool story if you like science, if you like astronomy. And also, if you've read Dragon's Egg, this story kind of is a precursor to that. Dragon's Egg is about a race of beings that live on the surface of a neutron star. So this kind of really gonzo science is what Hal Clement was into. And he wrote a lot of stories like along these lines where he came up with these just really strange and unexpected environments. And what was more incredible is that at least for the day in which he wrote this story, his science was pretty damn accurate. May not be perfect, but he knew his science. He knew what he was talking about. So Hal Clement could write this kind of story and make it just amazing, unlike anything you've ever read before. And so even though Proof is a very little story, and it's really more like an argument between like a discussion between two scientists than a real story, it is a really cool story. And it's short, so I'm not going to take much of your time, but definitely worth reading it. I'm giving this one top tail. His first story, right out of the gate, he's hitting the mark, at least for me. So go out and read the story. Come on back. Leave comments. Leave comments if you don't. Just leave comments. Like and subscribe to us. Come on back. Watch more. I'm going to be going through everything I can get my hands on by Hal Clement, in order of publication. So, his next story will be one called Impediment, which was also published in Astounding in August of 1942. Wait a minute. Yeah, Proof was June. Impediment was August. So I will see you in future videos. Bye.